ṣọlá oṣù tó ń wí. Ṣé àkọ́kọ́ ṣe rere fún ẹ̀yà ẹgbẹ́? Ìwà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ fún kí wọ́n. Àbàkan tẹ́wé gbígbà ṣe bí abẹ́. Amina Jimoh Foundation lábàkọ́ oṣù tó ń wí.
Welcome to Amina Jimoh Show at Amina Jimoh Foundation. Here today with me we have Djara Hampton. I will let her introduce herself. Kindly put down your comments down below, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not done so that way we do know you're here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. So, my name is Djara Hampton. I am the co-owner of Kundalini Pearls, which is a Yoni steaming spa out here in Tottenham.
Can you tell us more about the Yoni steaming? What is Yoni? What is the Yoni steaming?
So, the word Yoni is actually like sacral space, but basically it's a vaginal steaming, which is a ancient healing practice that that me and my friend has basically decided to bring back. It's a holistic way of helping the woman's health to kind of get back on track. So you're using like different herbs to help people or help women kind of tackle a bunch of different problems related to their yoni health, to their vaginal health or womb health. So,
what advice would you like to give individuals who are interested in doing this? Because I believe some people are kind of like skeptical about it. They're not ready to find out, okay, what is this all about?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, this is something that's been practiced for centuries. It is practiced in Africa, Central America, in Asia. This is something that women did naturally throughout the many years. It was just kind of one of those things that was kind of lost in time. So people stopped doing it, so mothers actually stopped talking to their daughters and doing the practice with them. It's funny because as I was looking to open up the shop, my own mother actually told me that she used yoni steaming to help heal after she gave birth. So it was very interesting to find that out because she'd never talked to me about it before. So it was something that was lost. So it is something that's been practiced for the longest time. For somebody who's like, oh geez, it sounds so new age and different and I've never heard of it, most of the time I'll tell people, come try it once. Because the herbs are so impactful. And the results on a lot of the steams that we use, you can feel it within 1 or 2 times of using it. So I tell people, come try it out, come see. And sometimes even if you ask some of the people that you know, especially like the older generations, a lot of them have already used it. A lot of them are using it to this day, actually. So it's a natural herbal way to kind of tackle a lot of women problems. And we're talking about like menstrual cycle issues, we're talking about BV, we have an epidemic of PCOS, we're talking about infertility, we're talking about healing.
Sorry to cut you off, when you say those acronyms, can you say what those are for the people that
So BV is bacterial vaginosis.
Okay.
A lot of women end up with bacterial vaginosis and they go to their doctors and they get medicine to kind of help them with that. And usually, just like with everything else, right, whenever you take medications, they always say side effects include, and then there's a list of side effects, right? So we have a natural herbal blend that could help with that. Let me see, PCOS, I always mess it up. So PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. Okay, so it leads to like irregular periods, excessive hair growth, acne, ovary cysts, right now, a lot of women are battling with PCOS. And so we're seeing a lot of them come to us to use our herbs to tackle PCOS. So that's what it is. It creates like ovarian cysts and things like that. So prolonged exposure will lead to things like infertility and things like that. So, and we actually have a blend for infertility. We have a blend for what is it called, the women's the last thing that women go through, menopause. We have one for menopause, because the experience that women now have of their cycles is actually not a normal one. Most women do not have a normal cycle. They think that being in pain or having hot flashes or having low sex drive or having dryness or having like just very being angry or sad when you're having your cycle, that's normal, because supposedly most people go through it. That's actually not normal. Whenever your body is in pain, whenever your body is rebelling in a way, that means that something is wrong. That means that that's not the natural. We just made it natural because everybody's complaining about the same thing. But that's not how usually it's supposed to be. So,
I know we said it was traditional. When you say traditional, where did this coming from?
Sure, I actually have a list of the countries that, as I was doing my research, because I started it because I was going on my own like femininity journey,
right, and
kind of connecting to my own feminine energy, and then I found out about this and the effect that it has on the root chakra, basically.
Right.
So Africa, I actually just met a young lady, and she was very young. She was probably maybe early 30s, maybe or less. And she told me that back home she uses Yoni steaming.
Wow.
She was here on this fellowship that she was trying to tell her about Yoni steaming. She's like, oh no, I know. She started educating me on Yoni steaming, and I was so fascinated by all that. So Ghana, South Africa, in Asia, they have in India, Indonesia, Thailand, and they use this for part of like postpartum healing. You know how right now a lot of women get postpartum depression, postpartum pains and things like that. Yoni steaming actually helps with a lot of that. Central America, places like Mexico and Guatemala, I've met Guatemalan women who are very much aware of Yoni steaming. The moms teach the daughters, and the grandmothers, they all kind of get together because women who actually live together end up menstruating together. So they actually all kind of take care of each other around the same time. Just more recently, the here in America, the Yoni steaming has started to come around here too. I think it was like Gwyneth Paltrow or something like that. And recently Jada Pickett, too. That's the two that I've heard so far. That did like, actually the Kardashians did it too, funny enough. I think one of the ones they used the Yoni steaming to help them get pregnant. Because there is also a fertility blend. So it's something that's been there. Like I said, my own mother back in Cape Verde did it. I have a lot of Haitian sisters who come here for Yoni steaming because they know the healing properties of it. So it's
I mean, you just said fertility. You have lots of women on my platform that would be happy hearing this, because I didn't know about this. So this is so nice to know that, you know, you can show.
Yeah, I'll show you guys this is the one that's we call it plant the seed. So this is the one that is for fertility. So people who we've had one woman get pregnant so far. We've been open for a year. And then we have another woman who right now is using these the seed blend to help her to get pregnant. And she says she wants to do this before she even tries like IVF or anything like that, because those can be very costly and they can be very damaging to your body. So we have that. So we also, like I said, so we have different ones. So we have like Golden Goddess. This is to help to rejuvenate the yoni after giving birth. It kind of tightens everything back up. It heals everything back up. detoxes the yoni.
Okay.
This is a funny one. This one's called Taste Me, and it kind of detoxes. They all detox at some level,
Okay.
and again, it's just to kind of, I guess, enhance the taste. So we have the monthly detox that we usually have for the women who just kind of started menstruating, or just if you want to like detox and then keep up.
When
with
you
it.
say the women who have just started, does that mean that the other ones that have been doing it cannot use it?
Oh no, they can.
Okay.
They absolutely can.
Okay.
Oh no, there it is. There's one that's called Gentle Healing.
Okay.
So that's the one for like typically in tradition,
Okay.
women would start steaming as soon as they start having their cycle. So the Gentle Healing is more for like the teenagers, 18, 19-year-olds. The detox is absolutely more geared towards the women who are maybe 25, 30s later on, and this is just to kind of keep up with it on a monthly basis. So, but we have, like I said, a bunch of different ones.
So can we go ahead and tell them maybe the names of the other ones?
Oh, this
so
one
that
is
way?
literally PCOS.
Okay.
Passion is to help with libido. I
Okay.
actually had a woman who tried this one, and then I told her not to do it. I said, unless you have a partner.
Oh boy.
And she did it, and she called me later. She's like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I don't know.
You're like, I'm not a hookup joint.
I was like, I told you not to do it. I told
Exactly.
you to try something else. So,
Okay.
cramp away. So again, the whole feeling of like, oh, my stomach hurts, my back hurts, I'm cramping. That's actually not normal. Even though every woman feels it nowadays, it's not normal. We just normalized it because we're like, oh, this is just how it is. It's
And
not.
also to put it out there, Djara is a licensed clinician. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know, when you come to Amina Jimoh Show at Amina Jimoh Foundation, we bring licensed people here to talk to you. So we just want to put that out there. You know me, I love all this disclaimer stuff. So sometimes people will say, oh, who is this? So I just want you to know that this is someone who is licensed to teach other women about things that she's talking about. All right? So
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I did, when I introduced myself, I didn't talk about all my
she didn't talk about it, but I remember because we've worked for years with the state. I love her, and I know she's a badass woman, and all of those things she's doing, she's good in all her areas, but I just wanted the viewers to know that they're dealing with someone who is licensed also. Because sometimes people are like, oh well, who is she? I don't want to try this, or you know.
Right. I also, so remember, I own this with another friend of mine. She's more camera shy, so her name is Maria Ramos, and she's fantastic. And she is very much, she's taken like seminars and courses and things about, these herbs as well. So, and as you can see, they already come pre-packaged, right? So, which means that they're already measured. The ingredients are already in there in very specific measurements. So like that, there's no way to go wrong with adding more or less, or being like, oh my gosh, I forgot to add this one, I forgot to add that one. We wanted to make sure that the right herbs for the right thing was being added in the right proportions.
Now, when you say the measurement, can they do this at home by themselves, or is it something that they have to come down to get done?
Well, it's funny because when I was going on this whole femininity journey thing, right, I decided to try Yoni steaming at home, and so did my partner. She was doing it at her house, I was doing it at my house. And the reason we opened this up was because we ran into so many problems doing it at home. First of all, you have to find the herbs. Our herbs are organic. Then you have to find what's the right measurements. And then you have to boil the water, and then pour the water into a container, right? So when we were searching for Yoni steaming stuff, we went online, we found that a lot of these things were actually plastic. And I said, no way, I'm not using plastic as a base, I guess. There we go.
Yeah, I was doing my little dance for you guys. That's why it was far away.
So I didn't want to use plastic. So that was because imagine you put plastic and you heat it up. It releases toxins.
Absolutely.
So that's what some of the people were doing it at home. And then the other thing with it at home is like you're standing on your knees, which I don't know about you guys, but my knees can't do that for 30, 40, 60 minutes. Absolutely not. So then the doing it at home, you certainly can. We found it to be just not productive. It wasn't helpful.
So we've got questions about it already. Somebody said her name is actually he's a he. Taufik Abdul Rashid. Thank you for coming down to Amina Jimoh Foundation and Amina Jimoh Show. He stated, "Hi, I have a question. I want to ask, could this steaming increase menopause time?"
Increase menopause time. I don't know what that means. I guess the best way I can answer that is, so when women are going through menopause, oftentimes they're going to have different symptoms. There's, I think, at least 32 symptoms of menopause that women are not even aware of, which it can impact their mental health, it can impact their physical health, their emotional health. So we're talking about like somebody who's just sweating out of nowhere, right? Somebody who is having symptoms of like being very emotional, or they're having vaginal dryness, or they have no sex drive whatsoever, or their periods are coming and going and they don't know. So those are the symptoms that this blend helps. So it's not increasing menopause or decreasing menopause, it's helping the menopausal state be more bearable for the woman. So the woman is going through it with more ease and grace.
Okay. And Talcott Odus said, "Good evening, sis. Good evening, Dr. Hampton. Well done on the way for good hygiene. How can one get this item in Nigeria?" She will be coming down to Nigeria. How about that? She's coming for our hangout, so we might as well bring everything down in Nigeria. So maybe she'll think about opening a location in Nigeria too, you know?
You might be surprised. Like I said, if you talk to some of the elderly women, they know about vaginal steaming. They've done it. The thing is, like, there was a break in communication between the elderly and our generation. Like I said, when I went to when I was literally going to open this up, I was talking to my mother and she's like, "Oh yes, we used to do that. I did that with your brother." And I said, "What? How come you've never said this to me? I've had 4 children." And she has never said, "Oh, to heal yourself after your children, you should do vaginal." She never said that to me.
Oh, so it's something good to do after having kids.
Very good.
Oh, okay.
Very good. So it's good to do if you have had miscarriages, if you've had children, because if you've had trauma, it's actually very good for
when you say
releasing
trauma,
emotional trauma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask what kind of trauma.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. So just any trauma. So like sexual abuse, generational traumas that get passed on from one to another. A lot of women have come to here and they've done a Yoni steam and they started to cry because it releases that from their body. A lot of research, a lot of people know that the research is showing that a lot of emotions are being held in the body. So you can do all the therapy you want, but if you don't get rid of the emotions that are being stored in your body, you will continue to have those kind of come up over and over and over. So things like vaginal steaming, yoga, tai chi, anything physical, dance, movement, they call it ecstatic dance movement, gets these emotions kind of flowing in out of your body. So you detox your body out of trauma, basically.
Okay, she said, "Wow, that's Tawak Odus said, wow, I can't wait to meet you when you come to Nigeria. I'm so happy. In that case, we shall be fully prepared, inshallah." Inshallah means by the grace of God. Yes. She will be in the 4 locations in Abuja, Kaduna, Lagos, and Jos. Inshallah, by the grace of God. So you all better get ready. And if you do want to know more about all of this, she definitely will. If you guys show interest, she might bring some with her. So
Absolutely.
do let me know, and then send me a DM message, and we could work on that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah.
Have you encountered any problems with people saying, "Oh, what is this?" or "I'm not gonna do this," or "This is culturally no for me," or?
Yes. So there's sometimes it's like the older people who don't have a full understanding
Okay.
of what it is. So a lot of like maybe Americans, I would say, would feel that way. I have a friend who's 65, and she's like, I'm trying to tell my 65-year-old friends about this, and I don't know what to tell them because they're like, oh, that just makes no sense.
Like, what's that?
Yes. So that's, I believe that the people who need this type of medicine is already looking for it. So if somebody is like, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm like, absolutely not. Don't do it. Never do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing it. But the people who want healing will seek healing, and they will ask questions in a way that they want the answers. So therefore, I'm there. If somebody says like, oh, this is crazy, I don't want to do it, I'm like, don't do it. Absolutely not.
You do see that you're talking to the badass therapist that cares about you. So she's not just opening a store and saying, I need customers. She's using her clinical skills to tell you that if you do not feel comfortable, if you do not feel safe, I'm not doing it.
Absolutely.
She is a licensed clinician. And she's telling you, I've got you. If you don't want this, if you're not ready for this, don't go there.
Absolutely.
So, I told you, you're dealing with the right person. So come on down to Kundalini Pearls in Taunton, Massachusetts. Book your appointments. They're there online. If you do need me to share their details, remember, we promised that we were going to give 1 hour of the steaming to the people that were online here. So if you're in America, thank you to all my Nigerian viewers.
Oh,
But
Nigeria.
she loves Nigeria because she loves me.
Yes.
All right, so I've made her my Nigerian sister now. All right, we've how would I say? I call her my twin from work. From work, we became what? Sisters, friends, and it's like a forever thing. Like women empowering women, right?
Yeah, no, I love your platform.
So she loves our platform. She loves Amina Jimoh Show, Amina Jimoh Foundation. So you guys should send in all the questions you do have. And I do know that I had promised 20 people to do a giveaway. That still stands. You know, I do not lie about anything. When I promise, I keep my promise. So we will be announcing the 20 people from the Amina Jimoh Show, Amina Jimoh Foundation, on our Facebook platform that got the giveaway. So stay tuned.
Yay.
Another question.
Free gifts.
Free gifts. Yeah, we love,
I love free gifts.
we love free gifts, but I kind of call it like not a gift, a way to empower you so you also can empower someone. That's how I see it.
That's a good
We need
way.
to stop the culture of handouts and start the culture of, okay, let's empower each other, let's help each other. See, when I told you we worked together for a state of Massachusetts.
Yay.
And that's where we found ourselves, helping people, helping families. If we cannot help ourselves, we cannot help you guys. So we don't just come online to start blabbing. We're not one of those. So I want you to know that when we're saying come down to Kundalini Pearls in Taunton, I mean business, because you're dealing with a licensed person again. And I'm putting that out over and over. You could have other clinical questions, because she's a full therapist that can assess you and tell you about other things that have to deal with things that don't have to do with the Kundalini stuff. So I'm putting out her other skills, because we are jack of all trades. We don't just concentrate on one thing. We love to multitask.
It'd be funny if you actually Google Yoni steaming in Massachusetts. We're the top one, actually.
The one and only, the baddest. I call it the baddest. All right? She's the one and only in the state of Massachusetts.
So Kundalini Pearls is hard to remember for some people, but if you Google Yoni steaming Massachusetts, we're literally the top head. So.
Did you hear that? She's the top head.
Yeah.
The top. We don't go bottom, the very top. All right? We would always go to the top. So, and do you know why? Because we're always good at what we do. She was always the top over there too with the state. So, with this, it will always be the top. So, do not forget, the appointments are getting full. So, kindly send down your appointments, book your appointments on time. If you do have any questions before then, I see other questions coming up, we'll answer it. If you do have any questions, like she said in the video, look through our Amina Jimoh Show on YouTube and you'll see where we did all the introduction of how the steaming goes. She explained everything in details, everything. And she does not like women to suffer.
No.
She stated that in her video. So watch that video, the previous video, and you would see that she cares about you and she loves you.
And your yoni.
And your yoni. She cares about your yoni. And for all the guys watching, she stated that this can make your wife more active. So take note about that.
Yeah.
And probably you might want to try something new. Hey,
give her like a spa day. Okay, spa day, getting her yoni steam. She comes in here, we give her some tea or some wine, and most women leave here just feeling so centered and relaxed. And so most of the times, guys are complaining, oh my gosh, this woman, she's on her period, I can't stand it. They have to also deal with us.
Yes.
When we're going through menopause. And then I had a friend who was just complaining. He goes, my wife, I can't even touch her anymore because if I go near her, she's like, I'm too hot, get away from me. And he says, what do I do now? I just have to sit here and wait until menopause is done or something.
Come on down.
So it helps the men too, because there's nothing like dealing with a woman who's having problems with her yoni.
So did you hear that? It's not just for the women. It helps you as a guy.
Absolutely.
So try to get your women to do their spa day.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the restaurant where you'll be complaining that she's adding more weight.
Right. Yeah.
You can bring her for a spa instead of that. So
exactly.
Those are things that
we have gift certificates, so you could just buy the gift certificate and say, you know what, here, sweetheart.
And they're very affordable, right? I'm looking at the prices now.
Usually we tell people if it's the first time, we say do 30 minutes just to see how your body reacts, and that's $45. And then you can do an hour, which is $65. And then we have we also do like parties.
Okay.
So we have parties for women coming together. Probably hard to see, but
Exactly. Okay.
so we have a small party. So I'll just read it off of that. So the small V-Stim party, which is about an hour, which is like 5 people, and it's like $275. And the large one, which is up to 7 people, and it's $375, and you get the whole spa kind of to yourselves. We've also we do like collaborations with other health professionals. So we've had
I was gonna ask that next question.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah, so thanks for help. We think
So we've had somebody who did sound healing.
Okay.
So we've had somebody who actually was teaching women how to put on everyday look for makeup. We also have somebody who came here and was teaching women about sexual health and pleasure themselves and their partners and things like that. So she sells different toys and different tricks. So she's fantastic. Goddess Miss B, I love her.
when you say toys,
Like sexual toys.
oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was like,
Just to enhance the experience between the men and the woman. So while the women were steaming, she was teaching them about that, and so she does those parties here with us, so women can book those. Also, if you can gather, like I said, the things I recommend is like bachelorette parties.
Okay.
So most of the times people want to go and have craziness and things like that. I say, you know what, you're about to get married. Why don't you get married an energetic virgin? That's what I call it, an energetic virgin.
It makes them virgins too?
Well, energetically.
Okay.
Because
Can you explain more?
well, if you think about if you're detoxing, right?
Okay.
You're detoxing you're detoxing your story.
Okay.
So if you detox your story of what's happened to your womb, then you get rid of all of the traumas, all of the emotions, all of the previous relationships, everything.
Ooh, so it's like you're flushing the exes out.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
Woo-hoo.
And then now you're entering marriage, an energetic virgin. That's what I call it, because there's literally no one else in there, I guess.
Okay.
So, that's what I call it. So,
okay.
I think it's a
That's like cleansing everything out.
cleansing everything out.
Okay.
Cleansing everything out. We do recommend that the bride comes like a couple of weeks before, maybe a month before, to really kind of do that procedure, where you're doing it a couple of times to really kind of just cleanse yourself and get yourself, like I said, an energetic virgin. That's what I call it.
Okay.
So your wedding night, you'll be a full energetic virgin.
So the guys watching, I see Isa Mutila said, kudos to both of you, much love. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Much love to you too. He says, good evening, Her Excellency. Good evening. I appreciate all of you. Remember, if you're not writing down your comments, we wouldn't know you're here. That's why we're not giving you a shout out. Write down your comment, give us a thumbs up. If you do need more information in regards to the Kundalini Pearls, let me know. From Amina Jimoh Foundation, on Facebook, we're on TikTok, on Instagram. Facebook, it's like 24/7. They don't sleep over there, because we do have people telling their stories. We do have clinicians. Just like I told you, I'll reintroduce her again. Her name is Djara Hampton, and she has a MSW, LICSW. So she is a licensed clinician. I will keep stressing that to you. She's an independent licensed clinician and a badass social worker. Oh Lord, I don't want to keep talking, because if I do,
We'll be here for
a while.
Yeah.
Just to tell you that you're in safe hands. All right? So if you guys don't have any questions, we would like to round it up from here, because I know that my people, my lovely esteemed kings and queens on that platform, on the Amina Jimoh Show and Amina Jimoh Foundation, are waiting to get their giveaway. And like we said, we have 20 names to call tonight. Remember, she also has her own giveaway, which will be, if you do state that you're here, write your comments, give us a thumbs up. We do see your name showing down here. If your name is not here, you cannot go to our store and say, I was watching. No, you have to show it that, we have to see your name down here commenting. That way we would know how many people she needs to accommodate. Because like I told you, the list, I was looking down the list and it's a lot of people. So you all need to book right away and ahead. All right? So do you have any other things to talk about, or if they don't have any other questions?
I mean, we do have our own social media platforms. So if you look up Kundalini Pearls, and we are on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok as well. But like I said, if you just Google Yoni Steaming Massachusetts, we're the first ones to pull up, so it's pretty easy. We can be reached by text too at 774-250-2401. So you can text us, and we'll answer any other questions that you may have. So just like everybody else, we're pretty accessible on most things, whether it's through social media or through text or email. We have a website. It's the Kundalini, KUNDALINI -Pearls, PEARLS.com. And from there you can book your appointments directly. So we have it pretty easy. That's where people can also buy their gift certificates. So we make it pretty easy, honestly. So thanks for technology.
Exactly. I see a lot of guys watching. So it seems it's the guys that came out tonight to watch you.
Good, good.
So you better come
Book
on
it
down.
for your wives.
And book it for your wives.
Women. Book it
for
for
your
your
women.
side person. Book it for
Side person? I'm not in support of that. I don't do sides here. That's one of my no-nos on my platform. No sides. Nobody's having no sides.
No sides.
I'll give you utu utu. See, I'm holding my okpashe. I'll give you utu utu. I don't want no sides. So stick to your partners. Do not cheat on your partners. If you're taking good care of each other, I believe one person can be that one cow. It's more than enough.
One woman is way more than enough for any man.
If you have one woman and you take good care of her, the way you're like, I don't eat egusi, I can't eat egusi, I can't eat okra. That one woman, you see the egusi and the okra and all kinds of variety in her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes you have to be the one to bring that woman out.
Yes.
We have this pretense in the cultural way where some men don't let the women be themselves. So that's where you find your woman saying, oh, okay, I don't know, I cannot do that. I also be lying when you're not with someone who is your husband. But if it's your husband, why are you doing that? So you all should come together and explore. When I say explore, I'm not saying crazy things. So do not come and say Amina said, or Amina Jimoh Foundation said this. This is a disclaimer. All right? Whatever I'm saying is, if you want to try new things, I only brought this up because we talked about the side chicks, and you all already know me that I do not support no side chick and no side piece. If you're on my platform, you still have time to think about
reminder.
it. The gentle reminder. I practice what I preach. So that's what I'm known for. So
it's so funny because a lot of women who do come in here and they say, I just can't stop thinking about this guy. I just need to get him out of my system.
So I guess this is a new way to get him out of your system. I don't know about it, but a clinician down here is telling you. I'm telling you to give her a call and find out more. I better start sipping my tea too.
Oh, I love these teas. We have like hormonal balance teas.
This is something you sell too?
Yeah,
okay.
we sell like menstrual support.
Oh.
And we sell one for fertility too. So we have a lot of like little things. We
Which
have
one
like
did you say was this one?
Hormonal balance.
Okay.
This one is like, we also have like handmade soaps that my partner Maria Ramos makes.
See?
And they're so wonderful. So we have lots of like little things, little trinkets here and there. So
you didn't even know that the teas were, sold too. So did you hear that? You can also get the teas. For those people that love drinking tea, I like drinking tea.
Awesome.
Now that we found out that we can have this kind of healthy tea too, I believe we should,
Teas
try
for
to
your
get.
Yoni.
Yeah, teas for your Yoni, she stated. So if you guys don't have any questions, we would like to round it up here. I'm just going to see.
Thank you.
Yarima Wakama, he said, hi everyone. Hi Yarima. Thanks for coming down to Amina Jimoh Foundation and Amina Jimoh Show. I love you all. And now I'll go ahead and read the names of the people who are getting the giveaway from Amina Jimoh Show on our Facebook. I know that's what you all have been waiting for. And that's what we also are going to give out to you. So the 20 people will be Nafisa Raji. And again, I'm not going to be writing the names down on Facebook. So if you do not click on this and watch it, sorry. Okay? So going forward, we will be announcing our giveaways on our YouTube platform. I know you guys love the Facebook platform. You're very active there. We need to be active in all our platforms too. So the first name, like I stated, was Nafisa Raji. The second name will be Folake Adebayo. Adeboye Adire. And the third name is Eniton Olayinka Fabi. Isa Mutiula, you're getting a double because I promised you a double giveaway. And Tawakalt Kadri, Surajuddin Shehu, Christiana Maxwell is the 7th person. The 8th person is Stanley Silva. The 9th person is Zibu Abubakar. The 10th person is Hajara Ahamadu. And other person, the 12th person is Isma Otumba. The 13th person is Bamiduro Fumilayo. Ayomi Posi. And the 14th person is Joseph Ugu. The 15th person is Oluwa Pelumi Rafiat Omalara. The 16th is Zaliat, or Ziliat, sorry for pronouncing your name wrong, Ziliat Adedeji. The 17th is Suraj Sanif. The 18th person is Ummi Abubakar. And the 19th person is Taufik Abdul Rashid. And actually, I think it's not the, I've actually called more than, this is like the 21st, the 21 person, because I added one person to it. So, Temitope Adebite. And the 21 person would be Adebite Ismail Adejoye. That's the name that I was thinking about. So, I promised 20, we did 21. So I think we're good to go. You should be getting an inbox message from RPA soon. I don't know how soon, but you will get it because I will keep my promise. So thank you all for watching the Amina Jimoh Show at Amina Jimoh Foundation. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up if you have not already done so. Also, remember to always invite your family and friends to be part of us because change begins with you and I. So without us being the change, we cannot see the change in other people. So whatever you want out there, you also have to be that change. Also, we will be going live, and also I would be a guest speaker on the 102.7 FM this Thursday. The US time 6:30 a.m. and Canada time, the Eastern time. And the UK and Nigerian time will be 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you do want to also tune in to Spider Radio, it's called the Spider Radio 102.7 FM radio station. So it's going to be this Thursday, August 10th, okay? Do not forget, I love you and love yourself. If you do not love yourself, you wouldn't know when people are not loving you the right way. All right? So we're ending it. I saw another question coming in, so I'm just going to look at that and we'll be good to go. Let's see. Okay, Tawa stated, thank you so much. May Allah reward you abundantly in this dunya and akira. We love you a lot. I love you lots too. And for the people who did not hear their names, more is coming. Pray that God should bless Amina Jimoh Show and Amina Jimoh Foundation. And remember, we all have to be the change. Again, I always stress that. I will always tell you that, okay? I always say the truth you don't want but need to be told. I say it as it is. And I'm unapologetic because my name is Her Excellency Hajia Ami. I shake tables sometimes because my people on my platform love it when I do shake that table. When I say I'm unapologetic, some people get scared. So let's talk about that today. Being unapologetic is to people who do bad things. The people who do things like, I do not like when people do things like injustice. So that's why we talk about unapologetic to people who do bad things. Not that I do not apologize about things, because I've had those questions coming into my inbox. So thank you very much, everyone. And Taufik Abdul Rashid stated, appreciate Her Excellency and our guests. More blessings. Allahumma Ami.
Thank you.
And I believe you are part of the giveaway winners. So congratulations and thank you for all your support. Everyone, we do appreciate you. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.